Right, I just want to do a quick shout out to PINACI News. Thank you very much for highlighting my video on your channel and sending subscribers my way. I woke up one morning, there were an extra 1,000 or so, which was quite interesting. So yeah, thank you very much, PINACI News. I also want to say thank you to Rob, TheRealNorth Audit. He's given me some shout outs in his live feeds. I think it's interesting what you do, Rob, and I look forward to seeing more of your content as well. Now, I don't normally do audits, so my main area is covering protests and just highlighting a public record of events about things that happen in everyday life, what normally you don't see on mainstream media. So that's the reason why I document protests. Whether I believe in something or not, that's beside the point. It's about the people, it's not about me. So what I want to say is, in future, I'm going to bring some more audits to the channel. And I'm going to try and please both my subscriber types. So I do believe I've got some for protests of what's really happening in the world. And quite a majority now, mainly to do with auditing and police interactions. Now, I don't want to get too involved with police, to be honest. I want to spread that out. I want to make it more dynamic. Is that a good word? Maybe I need to Google that word just to be sure. I want to spread the range. SIA, PCSOs, police officers, animals. Well, I don't know where animals are going to come into it, but we'll see about that one. Yeah. So, maybe in the future, I can do a little introduction to highlight whether it's about police or protests. And that way, if you're only interested in police or interactions with the general public, you can then stop watching the video after the introduction. And if it's for a protest, they have police interactions as well. So, yeah. Let's see how it goes. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope to bring you more content. I'm back at Ecclesfield Police Station, and I'm going to go to the smokers' corner because, from what I understand, they have to come off site to have a cigarette. Whereas most businesses, they can smoke on the site, just outside. I'm not sure why they have to come outside. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Looks like a designated area, this, to be honest. Looks like it's... Wow. It's in the bush. Hello there. I'm just coming in to have a look what's going on in here.
Hey, no, come on now.
Oh, it's you again.
Yes.
No one's smoking anyway, so you're alright. I understand you might be on your break. Am I stopping you? Don't come out.
No, yeah, please, yeah.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I've just come to find out.
For the books.
I just come to find out what this is about.
What?
This here. So I'll just come inside to have a look.
No, really. Might see some fish in the river, maybe.
All right. I don't want to alarm you in any way. I just advise you if you want to let them know that I'm here again. I just want to do a follow-up documentary on the Smokers' Corner, I think, or a rest place, whatever it is, sandwich place.
Oh, but why?
It's just public interest. People are interested.
Are they?
You'll be surprised, yeah. Do you know what's mainly interesting to them? Police officer interactions and your PCSOs, which is slightly different. Yeah. But I've found that PCSOs can be more friendlier, more professional, and some police officers are brilliant, but some let them down. Do you know where I'm coming from? Maybe not, but do you know what I'm saying?
Maybe a side we don't see, to be fair.
Well, you know.
I mean, everybody's got a job to do and a role to play, and I think everybody does it best they can, you know.
The thing is, you get bad apples anywhere, don't you?
Of course.
And then again, then people target those bad apples, don't they? Then assume everyone else is the same as well, but they're not.
I like to think everybody's an individual.
Well, basically, yeah. You see them as you find them, don't you? So
exactly.
The thing is, I think officers are under a lot of stress. I mean, there's no doubt about it. In this country, we're massively understaffed. So yeah, again,
that's not an excuse either.
Yeah, it's what, sorry?
It's not an excuse either. No. We are under-resourced.
Yeah. Do you think I could get a job in the police? I've got the uniform.
You'd have to apply.
Yeah.
I don't think I will actually.
Well, how old are you now?
Me? Past it. Hang on. I'm way past it. I'm in my 50s.
But there's no age discrimination.
No.
There's no such thing as age discrimination.
Or height restrictions either.
Yeah, no.
How tall are you?
Only 5'7" 3/4.
You have to put the 3/4 in there, don't you?
Absolutely, yes.
Does that make you feel a
Absolutely.
bit taller?
It does.
What about a few inches on your soles? Do you not?
I
you
thought
know?
about platforms, yeah, but no, very practical, wouldn't it?
Do you know what? People like interaction, they're friendly. So I don't want to keep you for the rest of your day, but you know, if you want to say hello to people, feel free.
Hello.
Hello there.
You see, why can't police officers be like you two? You set a fine example, in my opinion.
To be honest, we're all.
You're flattering us now.
Yeah. I mean, we're all passionate about what we do. You won't come into this role if you didn't care. You know, at the end of the day, to be fair, I mean, you know, we deal with the public. Like to think we're all professional in the way we deal with things, you know. But again, some officers, if they're having a busy day and the stress levels are high, you can accept sometimes if they're a little bit off. I mean, I don't know. It's a tricky one, isn't
But
it?
even talking to you now, this is part of our
Yeah.
core role and responsibility, speaking to the public.
Some people don't actually see that as that's part of the job. You know, some people
As a
see
PCSO, that is our core role.
Yeah, I imagine you get a lot of stick sometimes, unnecessarily.
Oh, we do, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to share anything?
But it
Without
comes
naming
with
any
the
names?
territory.
We get the usual abuse,
Yeah.
verbal abuse, yeah.
What is the usual abuse? 'Cause I've never witnessed so much abuse towards yourselves that you might have done. Can you give an example or two?
The usual, you know.
You're speechless, aren't you? There's so much to say. You're trying to find the best things without swearing.
I certainly wouldn't swear. I'd like to think we're more professional than that, but
You're certainly coming across very
You get
professional.
a piggy this, piggy that, you know. Get
I know a couple of
bobbies
pigs.
Or Bobby's helpers, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You mentioned pigs. I actually know a couple of pigs.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the name.
Go on.
One's called Pinky and one called Porky. Pinky and Porky, have you heard of them?
Well, I've seen your website, so I've seen
Oh,
you
no.
mention it a couple of times.
Well, Pinky and Porky are a couple of pigs from the 1950s, right? Not a lot of people know that. So if I was to ask a police officer who was young, you might take offence, because I understand, no, it's not Porky, it's Perky, isn't it?
Yes, it was, wasn't it? It was Perky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thinking
But I
Pinky
do
and Perky,
believe
yeah.
Perky had to change his name from Porky because they couldn't register it in some kind of legal thing.
Oh, right.
I might be wrong.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not a police officer, so I wouldn't
I know
know.
you
I
are.
don't investigate. But I do ask a lot of questions. I'm very nosy. I can be difficult, and I can be polite.
Can you?
Yeah, of course I
But
can.
can't everybody?
Of course
You
we
know,
can.
we're all
Even
human
bad
beings.
police officers.
And this is the thing. I mean, I think people see the uniform, and at the end of the day, they don't realise there's a person in that uniform. You know, I mean,
We've also got bills to pay.
that's it. You know, we've all got
Just
family
doing a job,
members.
so,
You know, what are we here for? Well, we're all here for the same reasons. We want our streets to be safe.
Do you know
we
something?
want our communities to be nice.
Do you know what would be really good?
What's that?
Is if you actually got a little bit closer, then I can get you both on camera. Because you both look very well matched. You've got good attitudes, friendly faces. Why is it different uniform? Any particular reason?
It's just the way the uniform's evolving. Obviously, this is an older style stab vest. This is what we wear in now. That you know.
This is separate to his.
Yeah, this is a
stuff,
tack vest which we can mount, obviously torches, etc., first aid kits.
I
you
prefer
know.
this one because it's got pockets,
Yeah.
and that's separate. That's separate.
This is a lot hotter to wear. Middle of summertime, not being nasty. When you see poor Bobbies out in all this and all the gear they've got on, trust me, they're not comfortable. You know.
Did you know when you put your hat on,
Yes.
does it make your peak go flat? You know, and your hair?
On here, no.
Does it stay right
I
up?
think there's that much gel. To be fair, you know, it acts as a crash helmet.
I don't have that problem.
Why is that?
I've got no flipping hair, have I?
I don't know. You could have some on your
I
chest.
haven't. I have. Yeah.
Is that in a quiff?
Yes, it is actually. Yeah.
Some are curly, I think.
Yes.
So I've been told.
Yes.
Why not? You've got to set precedents, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right.
Am I keeping you from your day?
We have to
We
go
have
to a
we
job,
have got
yeah.
an incident to go to, mate. But I mean, this area really.
Yeah.
Can I have a look in there? Go on.
Right, let's have a look in here. It's going to be interesting, this. It's a bush. Way up. There's a river. It's a pretty place, this. Lots of cigarettes here as well. That's a bit rude. Lots of cigarette butts and a magazine. Oh my word! Someone's been looking at my picture. I didn't know. I actually made it to the top 10 Swedish porn stars. That was supposed to be a secret. I'm keeping that. A lot of people have a misconception about PCSOs. You're both PCSOs, aren't you?
Yes.
Now, it's my understanding that you are quite intelligent people. I've got to give you that because I have witnessed it myself. I've spoken to PCSOs myself.
Right, so
Why do you think some people have that opinion about you? You know, not you personally, but PCSOs.
I'd rather not comment. I'd rather not comment on that, sir. Okay. Can I confirm, just for the purpose of the record, that we are also recording, and as you're probably aware, we are entitled to record under the law. Okay. Is it all right, sir?
Of course it is. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just making you aware that I have a responsibility to inform you that you are actually being recorded this time.
Total respect what you're saying.
Okay. All right, sir.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
But with regards to your comment, I don't wish to comment on any questions. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
No
you,
worries.
sir.
What about yourself? Do you want to say anything about people's perceptions?
No, I'm same opinion as my colleague.
Yeah, yeah. You've got a nice suntan. Yeah.
Thank
How
you.
did you manage that under this tree?
A lot of hard work.
Really?
A lot of hours out in the sun.
The sun is shining, isn't it?
That's it.
Can I just say to you then, you don't have to respond. Police officers, in my experience, there's many good ones.
Right.
I've come across some bad ones. They just need to learn how to be respectful with the public, and then I believe the public could then be respectful in return. Is that a fair analysis?
I'm respectful to all people. Every minute of my day when I'm in uniform, I'm respectful to everybody who I meet. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And what about yourself? Do you want to comment?
Same as my colleague, of the same opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinions on everything in life.
Yeah. I'll just tell you about one little experience I had. I was dressed up as a police officer, right? And I stood outside a police station. Now, if you saw somebody dressed as a police officer and you had your suspicion that they wasn't, what's the protocol at that stage for yourself as a PCSO?
It depends on what my tasking was. I take deployment from somebody that's above myself in rank, so if I was sent to that person, I'd engage with them, just as I would with any other average member of the public.
And if you had suspicion that they was impersonating a police officer, I'm going to assume that you'll probably inform your colleagues to potentially further investigate.
Potentially, if that was required.
Would that sound reasonable analysis of myself?
I don't wish to engage in the questions at this time, sir. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'll leave it to the rest of your day then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the interaction.
No problem. That's
Very
all right.
professional.
Okay, thank you. Take care.
Have a nice day.
Okay, bye now.
And yourself. Can I just ask you one question?
If you want to forward any questions to our media team, thank you.
Oh, it's nothing to do with media. It's about PCSOs actually. It's my understanding that PCSOs are intelligent, because I'm not going to ridicule them because they do a good job, but I also find that police officers sometimes have a bit of attitude.
I've got time to answer your questions.
No, I'm not saying you've got attitude, I'm just saying sometimes police officers have a bit of attitude. And what's your opinion on that?
I haven't got an opinion on that yet. Like I say, any questions related to police matters need to forward to our media department.
If I were to tell you I am not a police officer, would you believe me? Right, well, thank you very much.
Thank
It's
you,
been very
Mr.
nice.
Take care of
I
yourself.
hope people don't start turning up here and doing this often, because as far as I'm concerned, I think they call it auditing, and they give you a thumbs up for a pass for being friendly.
I'll do that.
But that'll be for you two. I don't know about the rest of them.
Do you reckon? I don't know, you'd be surprised.
Great stuff. Let's see
Thing is,
more
like,
of it.
Like I said, I mean, people just can't visualise us. We're not robots. We're all individuals at the end of the day.
We have feelings as well.
We have, yeah. You know, I
And
think-
so do the general public.
and that's
And
it.
you know, so I have to say this for some members of the public and some police officers, they could have better attitudes. You know, I have seen people who do this at police stations get harassed, get searched under section 40. What are we on now? 3 now? 4?
Yeah,
it was
3.
4, but it got
It was, yeah,
redacted.
changed, yeah.
Or
Book 3 now.
yeah. So, you know, if police officers had a little bit more of a better approach to people with cameras, they wouldn't create content for people on YouTube. But there's no
Let's
way
be
I can
honest.
get that through to a police officer. Are you police officers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
Put your camera away from me, please, mate.
Oh, you're police officers, aren't you?
Put your camera away from us, please.
Yeah, you're police officers, aren't you?
Yeah, just turn your camera turned off.
Well, what it is, I need to keep it recording for my safety and your safety because you don't want me making allegations. So I can have a chat. I'm just going now anyway. I'll see you later. You don't want to speak to me now, do you? I can go now, can't I?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll just wait for this car to go.
Can you leave the entrance, mate?
I'll just wait for this police car.
Leave the entrance, please.
Just want to make sure there's no incident before I leave. No, there's no incident. They're not really bothered, really, to be honest. They said they were police officers, so if there were any issues, they could have dealt with it there and then. They obviously had words with the police car, and the police car drove straight out. I think it's all about education at the end of the day. We'll see how this one unfolds. But as far as I'm concerned, that's the end of it. Taxi? Ah, just what I need. Oh. Right. I just want to document my journey. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, it's a short journey. In fact, I just remembered I've got a car. What am I doing in a taxi?